Hey, fourth period, it's Coach Wesley. Let's take a look at some problems here that we're going to be covering in lesson one. So let's go ahead and get started. This first problem states, while this is a shape, what do we use this to represent in our class? So what I want to do here to help find the answer is I want to define the answer choices that we have here. So I want to start right with B. Let's look at what the definition of point is. So as you can tell, a point is like a dot and is named by one letter. So what we're looking at here is look at the black dot, letter M. That's a point. So we would just put that dot on a line. Okay, so basically just like this. Boom. And we could call it point C. So that's a point. All right, let's look at our next one. Line. Pull up the definition of line here for you. A line is an infinite set of points that expand in both directions. What it's meaning, infinite goes on forever, right? It expands in both directions. So look at this example it's giving you. This is a great example. When you're driving down the road, you see the yellow lines on the side of the road. They go on forever, right? So here's how you know if something goes on forever. It'll have an arrow at the end of the line, okay? That's telling us that it goes on forever. So look here. This right here is a line. However, it stops, okay? So let's look at the third answer choice, which will be ray. Let's define that. A ray is a part of a line with one endpoint. It extends infinitely in one direction. So here's a great example. Here's an endpoint. It stops right here, okay? And look, the line goes on, and here's our arrow that tells us it goes on forever, okay? So that's a ray. It has an endpoint, but the other end goes on forever, okay? So last but not least, let's look at answer choice A, which is plane. Let's define plane. Great example here. A plane is the set of all points that form a flat surface. It extends in all directions infinitely. Perfect picture here. Look, here's the top of a roof. It's flat. It has endpoints. So let's take a look at our original problem. Look here. Looks very similar to that picture that we just saw, right? So that's our answer. It's going to be A. The image that we're looking at here, this shape is a plane. Okay? So let's move on to our next question. Name the plane represented by the top of the box. Well, Mr. Yancey has thankfully went ahead and labeled the top of the box in red. So we know right here is the top of this box. So what we're looking at here, it's flat, right? What did we just learn? That's a plane. So what we're wanting to do is name the plane represented by the top of the box. So we need to come up with a fancy name here for this red area. So let's look at the points that we can name this. We have A, B, C, and D. Let's look at answer choice A. So answer choice A says we can name that top of the box CEB. Well, let's look. Here's C, here's E, here's B. It can't be A because E's down here at the bottom. It's not up top. So we know A's out. Next one, G, B, F. G and F are at the bottom. It's not up top with A, B, C, or D. So we know that one's out as well. Let's go ahead and look at C. Answer choice C says D, A, and E. Yeah, D and A are up there at the top of the box, but E is not. It's at the bottom once again. So the answer is not C. Well, let's look at D. D states C, A, and B. Ding, ding, ding. We have our winner. C, A, and B. They're all up top. They're all part of that plane. They're part of that red box, right? So our answer is D.